Yeah, that's good enough. What's up, MSFers? Pathfinder Gaming. Resubscribe for 1 month to Tier 1 right off the bat as we start the show. So, we have a packed day today. It's, there's so much stuff that I want and need to do. We have a defense up recording that I have to do because I already pushed it off one episode, being gone and all that. We're going to be talking about primarily Apocalypse, which is coming tonight. Hopefully you have everything in store. There's some weird information coming out about Apocalypse and some videos and different reactions. So we're going to be bringing in some other content creators to talk about that primarily. And I want to gather more information about your guys' response to the 5th events, the anniversary and all that stuff, how you guys feel about it. So I may drag Way Too Raw in on voice to help me read chat, because you guys know how I suck at reading chat. So we're going to try that out. But right now, we're starting this show, so let's get it on. What's up, Miniatures? What's up, Pathfinder Gaming? What's up, Awella? What's up, Oaks? 52 Goats, Exara, Bogo, Burnsy, Chaseville, Commander Root, Confidor. What's up, Demonic? What's up, Damien Sapling, Darth Clan? Dedalius, what's up, Delgarn? What's up, Digital Instincts? What's up, Elder? What's up, Hell Devil? Hell Devil's defense we're going over today. What's up, Jukako? Joko CE? I don't know, man. What's up, Jock? What's up, Kata? What's up, Copcat7? What's up, Lan J? What's up, Nightbot? Got caught on that one again. OG Lurk, Ravarn, Sin Minister, The Army of Darkness, Ultimate Glorier, Whoops Hammer, and Xylane. What is going on with all of you? Everybody popping off saying good morning and what's up? Midnight, I see you in there. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. I'm gonna drag Pathfinder Gaming in here and we're gonna jump right into this conversation. Pathfinder Gaming, how are you, my friend?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Could you be mine? Won't you be mine? Could you be my neighbor? Do 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 do. It's Daniel Tiger's neighborhood, a land of make-believe. Won't you come? Oh, hey, Run.
Hi. Yeah, how's it going?
Sorry, I didn't see you there. How's it going?
It's going great.
Hey, you have a hype train.
I noticed that. Way Too Raw's coming in here and she's trying to get my attention to tell me that there's a hype train happening, and I'm trying to get to the hype train, but I've got you singing in my ear. Hell Devil resubscribed.
Just in a good mood today. It's such a good day.
Yeah, it's a great day, isn't it? Lan J subscribed for 3 months. New Shocker cheered 1 bit. Oh, the Miss Minutes jump scare was from yesterday. Oh, that reminds me. I got to go through and turn off all of those channel point things because I got the wrong channel points set up right now. That's not going to be good. Viewer rewards, channel points. We're just, yeah, guys. Thanks for scaring me. Disable. Yes, we're going to disable all the channel points for today's discussion. Okay, so the big news is that Apocalypse is coming tonight. And let's find out when. Let's get that on the screen so we know exactly when.
Is the night.
He's going to be serenading me this whole stream,
That
isn't he?
apocalypse is gonna happen. Bum, bum,
5 hours and 20 minutes. I can't get my chair out of the way because I'm hitting the desk. 5 hours and 20, screw it. 5 hours and 20 minutes. You have to take my word for it. Apocalypse will be available under certain circumstances. I don't know exactly what's going to go on. Oh, it doesn't look like Valley's going to make it today. He's at the dentist right now, dang it. That's too bad. I was hoping he'd come and join us on voice too.
Dentist.
Thank you guys for the hype train. I very much appreciate that. That's fantastic. Hell Devil gifting out that sub to the community there. Okay. So we had a little bit of misinformation. I'm not sure if this is misinformation or not. Let me see if I can go find it on a screen and bring this this thing up to you guys. Yeah, it's yeah, this one here. Okay. Nope, that's the wrong. Over here. So this one here appeared on YouTube last night, just before I went to bed. And it talks about how, you know, all of us content creators have been saying, hey, you can build your Darkhold first and then take them into their section and use those rewards to build your unlimited, and then you take them in and use those rewards to build the next one. I mean, they don't give you enough rewards to build the entire team, but it's helpful if you're short a little bit. So we've been directing people to build them in order.
I've never said that that's how it's going to work, but I have pointed out that people have said that's going to work.
Right. There's a lot of people that have said that, and I haven't said that, but I've been directing people to those people, right?
I think it's still a fine idea to go in order if that's what you want to do.
I don't think
that's a bad idea.
I definitely think people should still continue to go in order. But if this changes for real, this is a huge L for Scopely. I don't know if it's a change though, Run. Like, I don't know if it was ever changed. Like, I don't think a change happened. I think that we had we interpreted it that way.
Misinterpretation of it.
You think? Well, that's how they're going to have to play it if this is the case.
On MarvelStrikeForce.com, it has node requirements. So like similar to Dark Dimension, right? Like where you get the node requirements and then you can go into that section. That's what it looks like on their website. The wording in the blog was never changed. It always said that requirement. There wasn't a change to the blog.
Yeah. This post says
I think there
has been a modification to the blog, but I don't know. I don't know what it said. I don't have a before and after shot, so I can't verify if this is even accurate.
If changes happen to the blog, there's supposed to be strike-throughs on what was changed.
Okay, and there are no strike-throughs on the current blog.
I believe that this person got the information from everybody saying it was going to be this way, and the blog explicitly states you need to have all of the characters required.
Right.
But I have no idea if that's actually how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Because I have everything I need. And so, like, when I'm in there, I can do everything. I obviously won't be able to do the Apocalyptic Saga yet because I don't even have Darkhold done. So I don't know how it's going to work.
Right. I'm worried because unfortunately a lot of content creators got people hyped and it was such a cool thing. We all liked this idea that they were allowing a little bit more access to Apocalypse. For those people like me, I have one character that is short just a smidge on the blue ISO. And if I can go in with my Darkhold team first, I can finish everything today. And I'll be excited. But if this is the case, I gotta wait and farm some more ISOs on one character and I don't get to go in and join everybody in the Apocalypse Saga today. Now, I'm not blaming Scopely for this. If nothing has changed, this is because of content creator interpretation and direction. And so...
Which I again, like, it's nobody was lying to people. Like, if you're gonna state that somebody lied to you, that's false. Nobody is intentionally lying to you. When something comes out on MarvelStrikeForce.com, the content creators go and look at that or get notified of that, and they put it out there for their communities to start thinking about. Right. So if you're going to sit there and say that they're intentionally lying to you, stop, because that's not true.
Yeah. Chase Phil says, you're exactly right. No one is intentionally lying here. I can vouch for the integrity of the Envoys. The Envoys are trying their best to make this game as good for everybody. And it's a sad state of affairs. But let me read Chaseville here. He says, the thing that doesn't make sense to me is in the apocalyptic difficulty nodes, they start to give you extra yellow and red star in the first 4 nodes, which makes me think you can, wow, chat's going fast. You can go in one at a time. Oh, thank you, dear. Appreciate that. Just got a breakfast burrito. Bonus!
And so, like, if anybody thinks that the people in that Envoy room are not trying to get information as quickly as possible, again, you're wrong. We're in there. There are people in there every single day trying to get information to you guys. Like, it has nothing to do with us not trying to get you information. Like, that's just not accurate.
Right. I've been scrambling all morning to get an official word on this situation so we can once and for all know. I would be kind of upset because we have for days, weeks even, been saying, build them in order, this is how it's going to work, and no one in there said anything different. No Scopely employee said anything different. Now, it's not their responsibility to do that, but I would hope that they would have the integrity to say, hey, you guys are misinforming the public, because it's going to look bad for everybody involved if the case is you have to have all 23 done. So we just don't know at this time. I am waiting for official word. Hopefully Mobile Gamer will have the official word on this during offer review or later today. Somebody will have official word on this. In the meantime, I do recommend you guys still build them in order.
We're going to have official word when this thing goes live.
Yeah, that's true. So that's when we'll know.
That's what it's going to be. And the outrage or non-outrage will start when we get to that point, because people have Darkhold ready, and if they can go in without the other stuff ready.
Yeah, because I mean, we're stepping up to the starting line of this right now today. This is all happening, so there's nothing to be done about this in the meantime. I'm just trying to make some awareness about this. Now, the other discussion, hold on, I want to check make sure that I've got everybody. Oh, here we got Dorky Dad, okay. There's the man I wanted to talk to. Dorky Dad, your videos along with Hartgrave's are... I gotta kill this music. Hold on, guys. Your videos along with Hartgrave's initially caused a little bit of commotion, having Apocalypse look like an underwhelming character. Of course, you came back with a whole bunch of I'm wrong videos. By the way, you did not look foolish at all. You gave us your defensive, explanation of Apocalypse, and he does kind of look not that great on defense. But you want to tell us about your offensive perspective?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with him on offense. I know people are saying, like, we already have answers to Unlimited. We already have answers to Darkhold or to Infinity Watch, but you're not looking at steps 3 through 5. You're looking at steps 1, right? And steps 3 through 5 are like, well, now I could put Gamma on defense, or now I could put Tangled Web and Gamma on defense, or now I can put, some kind of underworld with Tangled Web, or I have other things that I can do if Apocalypse is taking their place on the offensive side. Characters that do flex good to defense.
Right. The opportunities for creative theory crafting and variety of defenses and offenses that we're going to be getting to use now that we mix things up. Instead of them bringing in a super defense, an H for H kind of situation where everybody's like, oh, crap, and it just slows you down and it's a slog. Now it's this whole, you don't know what you're going to be going into on somebody's defense until you get to see it because there's so many options.
Yeah, and me and Pathfinder were talking about this too. You almost don't want him. Well, was my interpretation. I don't want to speak for Pathfinder. You almost don't want him to be some insane defensive weapon at the low stars, because then at the high stars is going to be even more. But the difference between Apocalypse, Dormammu, and Doom that we've not experienced before is the rate at which you increase his power, right? So when you unlock the first Dormammu, it was like you were 1 week or 2 week out from the big Dormammu, because you already had all the restrictions made. Yeah. Well, this ISO level 5 is like a completely different tier of restrictions compared to the ISO level 4. It's not comparable. It's good if they continue the same cadence that they've been giving us, the ISO 5. Most people, even myself included, I'm still like 8 months out from getting the big boy Apocalypse. If you're not doing these leaderboards, even if you're just in the top 1% on all these leaderboards, you're still like millions and millions away from getting big boy Apocalypse. So he almost can't be that oppressive on defense. Otherwise, the difference between the haves and the have-nots with the big boy, it's going to be too much.
Oh, shut up, miniatures. Yeah, I think we're predicting 5 to 10 people are going to have a big boy Apocalypse on day 1.
Oh no, more than that.
Yeah, there's going to be more than that.
Oh, you think so?
There's going to be a good 50, 60.
Oh wow. Man, we got some money coming into this game.
I can't speak for everybody, and like Legion, for instance. Like, I'm assuming a lot of those guys are going to have them ready.
Probably 15 people from Legion, a good 12 from Mutiny, probably a good 12 from Onslaught as well. I know there's probably 4 in Baby Yoda. I think we have 3 in Troopers that are expecting the big boy one. Maybe 4 actually. So just right there, and then that doesn't include like the Batlock or the Kevin, the old Pants of Hulk guys that are still spending. They're still up there, like Dust Point Jeff and everything like that. Mm-hmm. They're very much still spending. So I think there'll be much more. We'll see them in Crucible for sure. They're definitely going to have good efficiency having that big character. Mm-hmm. But it's not going to be. There's not going to be waves of it like there was with Dormammu. You know, with Dormammu, there was maybe 6 people that unlocked it the first week, and then a month later there was 60 people, and then 4 months later there was 300 people, and it kind of came in waves depending on like how the farming went for you. Yeah. But because all this is leaderboard, it's gonna be different.
Yeah. We have a lot of people asking now. I was supposed to have been given access to the test server, but it didn't. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. And so we have some people asking if you guys have been in on the Apocalypse stuff, tested any of this out, heroic nodes, stuff like that.
Yes.
There we go.
I put it in my video. I mean, yeah, it's in the video. I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Like, what do you want to know?
Well, what I want to know is, do you guys think, compared to Doom release, compared to Ultron release, compared to Dormammu release, do you guys think that Apocalypse is going to be worth it? I mean, that's the big question on everyone's mind right now. Was it worth going through a year of all of this grinding and ups and downs and digging information and figuring out what's the best thing to do? Is it going to be worth it for Apocalypse?
Why don't you go first, Path?
If you have the expectation that like unlocking Doom, unlocking Ultron, unlocking Dormammu, they were the best character in the game when they were released, and even for a short time after. If you're expecting Apoc to be that level of dominance, then I think you need to have a different set of expectations.
It's not what I wanted to hear.
I do not think he is better than even some of the characters that have been released in the last, 6 months or so. Like, the way that I described it was that it feels like a character that was made 6 to 8 to 12 months ago, right? Not a character that was made like a month ago.
Right. I mean, I wish Hartgrave's supposed to show up here today, but I wish he was here. In his video, he shows Masters of Evil with Zemo kind of crushing the 4 horsemen in Apocalypse.
Yeah. But you'll never have that team on defense. It's not
right.
That team's not designed to protect Apocalypse so he can do what he can do, right?
Right.
That's such a waste of your horsemen, anyways.
Right. You're destroying 4 teams to make one team that's not even all that great. But
which is good, right? Because we didn't want to do that.
No, we didn't want to do that. But I'm wondering, did they release a character previously? I'm talking about Masters of Evil, specifically Kang. Did they release a character just before Apocalypse that is probably more effective than Apocalypse is going to be?
Pre-Kang rework? No. Post-Kang rework? Maybe.
Yeah?
I still think no. I think Apocalypse standalone is better than Kang standalone, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think the Masters of Evil team in Crucible, particularly, is more exciting than Apocalypse is. So in that regard, the Patches team, if you're a Crucible fan, was definitely more exciting.
All right.
I do think the bigger problem is Weaver, not Kang. Like I think Weaver,
she's
is going to be more of a problem, like than Kang would be in relation to Apocalypse.
Well, I think that the big difference here is though Apocalypse edges out Kang, and Kang might be more exciting to play, the difference is that Apocalypse took me more than a year to get, or will take me more than a year to get, whereas Kang took me a month's worth of free-to-play grinding to get unlocked.
Now, hold on. Those 7 days of blitzing, that felt like a year.
Yeah, that's true. You got a good point there. That was the brutal blitzing. Oh.
It's tough for them to kind of straddle that line. What I think the big problem is he doesn't protect himself, so he's useless on defense. I think that's the big problem.
Yeah, and I'm glad he's not a defensive character. I think it's fantastic that they're not making a defensive character. So
yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to complain about that, but at the same time, it feels underwhelming because he is not self-sufficient.
I think there are 2 problems, and this is like there's the like people who spent tens of thousands of dollars to get him, and then there's everybody else.
Right.
Like, I'm of the mind, selfishly, I'm happy that he's not going to just break the game. If I spent $20,000 to get him and hoping that he was going to do that, I again, like, it's hard to talk about a Kraken versus a normal person, but like, they're the ones that are supporting this game. Like, they're the people who are like keeping the lights on, if you will, right? Like, I think that there's going to be some issues with it.
I mean, yeah, I hear those people. They already are taking issue with it. They think it's cool that it's going to be useful in offense. The people, for the most part, though, that are arguing the big one, they're like, okay, so this is going to help me be more efficient in Crucible. Cool, I guess, but it's not going to give me the stellar advantage like an early Dormammu gave. Like, remember when Crucible first came out, and Dormammu at that point was already a year old, but people were still saying, like, if you don't have Dormammu, you're going to be at a big disadvantage. Well, people are not saying that about a big Apocalypse. They're not like, if you don't have big Apocalypse, you'll never be able to beat somebody who does. So,
yeah.
And Dormammu is still making a big impact on teams. Like, there are comps that don't work if Dormammu is not there. I think that Apocalypse, like Dorky said, I think it makes things easier. Like, he helps make Unlimited a cakewalk, right? Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. I don't think it's not like what happened when Dormammu came out, though.
Yeah. I got Mr. Hartgrave in here. Mr. Hartgrave, I got a question. Do you think that Apocalypse will maintain long-term value the way that characters like Doom and Dormammu have? Because I still find Doom incredibly useful, as, of course, Dormammu, like Pathfinder just said.
He's lacking the plug and play kind of element that those characters have, where they're useful with anybody. It seems like Apocalypse is very dependent upon team members.
Yeah.
He's so slow for this meta, and the meta is only going to get faster.
Yeah.
My other question is, currently, like, the new thing that he brings, other than the turn meter not being able to, be his speed be changed, is the safeguard removal on spawn. And as it stands currently, you have a team that's was like arena meta for a couple weeks in Darkhold. You have a team that came out in 2021 in Infinity Watch, and then you have Unlimited in Crucible. So what is he doing that changes anything with that mechanic specifically?
Yeah,
like,
because
unless new characters are coming, he doesn't, like, he affects a little bit with that new mechanic.
Well, and it's kind of unfortunate because the safeguard removal is such a big part of his kit. However, if it's a fast team, like, say for whatever reason, Masters of Evil was getting safeguard, them losing safeguard doesn't really matter because they would go first anyway. And that's Apocalypse's main shtick, is he's a little slow. So even if the team loses their safeguard, if they're fast enough, you can easily control Apocalypse. He's susceptible to the same ability block that Doom was, right? All you got to do is get that immunity off of him and get the disrupt on him. You can't stun him because he'll heal. And if you can get disrupt on him, then he's not going to get that speed up. So he's got a couple things built into him, but at the same time, what if they just start shying away from safeguard anyway? And it's only on spawn. It's not like the enemy team can never have safeguard.
Yep.
So it's yeah.
It just feels like, when I keep reading his kit, it just feels like the kit was made a long time ago and nothing was changed. That's just how it looks to me.
Like, back then, we didn't have great solutions for some of these teams that have safeguard. Now, I mean, we have solutions for these teams. He just cracks the shell a lot easier, right?
What would we want from him, though? Do we want him to somehow make a war team that one-shots Gamma? Do we want, like, because he does make a team that one-shots Unlimited. He's trash in raids compared to the Death Seed team, which is kind of funny. Obviously, he can make a bunch of teams beat Darkhold, like Emma Eternal's Apocalypse beats Darkhold. But so then there's the Gamma, and I love Gamma. They're just unbeatable. If he somehow made them beatable in war on the offense, is it then a cause to celebrate?
Well, you know what, Dorky? I think you kind of are walking us to the door of something. Shouldn't he have a battlefield effect? That's the new
Yeah.
flashy thing, right? Is battlefield.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he have one?
His battlefield effect, he should almost be like enemies can't have slow in this battlefield, or enemies can't have speed up in the battlefield. He should spawn with it.
Right.
He also has an empowered move that literally he gets empowered and he does one basic attack and that's it. Like Thanos got a better empowered state, Gamora got a better empowered state. One single target damage that doesn't even fully kill a maxed out Morgan Le Fay, for instance. What? Okay, great. Nice.
So the problem, Pathfinder, is you're showing your cards here. You clearly have never watched the anime One Punch Man, because if you have, when you hit that button, you scream "One Punch!" And
I definitely have watched that, and it is so much more underwhelming than that show.
Yeah.
Well,
I've had fun with it though, because it's 60% max health. So I have, like, I've been doing a lot of testing on the test server in War, and I've had Wong. It's like, oh shit, this Wong's about to taunt, and he's going to pop off. This team has Dormammu on it, and then he can come and he can kill like a very healthy Wong and just take him out. But I agree that is still underwhelming. You want him to have some kind of flashy impact. Like, even if it's only one move for empowered, you want it to be flashy. You almost want his ultimate to be what the empowered thing is, but then it has to hit harder and do more interesting things.
Well, I mean, it is nice that it's a percentage, so that will scale and give him a little bit more longevity with that instead of just a damaging thing. Because right, like Black Bolt isn't as powerful as he used to be, obviously. And those characters that did that incredible damage out of the gates, this will last longer because it is a percentage-based attack. So that's kind of nice. But I agree with you guys. It's not that flashy. We haven't seen any more battlefield effects other than Hulk's, Red Hulk's, which was a little bit underwhelming, being there was nothing actually seen on screen. He drops the rock, which looks really cool, and then there's just nothing but the negative effects appearing over the other people's heads. So I think that would have been great. Another thing that would have been interesting is for whatever character he is paired with, he gets a specific ability that makes him better in that game mode, maybe something like that. So when you pair him with the Death Seed team or with Archangel, he gets some sort of a raid enhancement, making him viable there in some way. Mm-hmm. That would have been kind of interesting to mix and match, but he only gets like one at a time or something, so that it will give him a little bit of a boost. Maybe he wouldn't be the best, but he would be an option for different game modes now, because it seems to me like he's just fantastic in War offense and really good in Crucible offense, depending on what hybrid you want to use him on. And that's kind of where it seems to end for me. Now, I'm just going off of what you guys have to say because you guys were testing him. I wasn't allowed in there just yet.
Yeah, filthy newbie.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what? It probably comes down to arena. The second you look at his speed and you say like, oh, there are 1,000 ways to get around this character in the arena on defense. So like Doom changed it. Darkhold changed arena when they came out. Remember how hyped people were for Darkhold a year ago when it came out? Mm-hmm. I think that's Apocalypse literally doing nothing, conceivably in arena. We haven't tested it yet because we didn't have access to that. I think that's the big concern right now. And well, that's the big thing that's making people worried. It's just like what is he bringing for my staying power, not my killing power? Because if I could use him to win one war match and one crucible match, that's cool. But he's not giving me multiple wins per mode, per iteration.
Are you guys planning on using him in some sort of a defensive comp in arena?
Not the way it currently sits.
Yeah, I think I'll wait for other people to do it, and then I'll test it and see if it's good.
I'm gonna go up against Zubin's fully maxed Apocalypse day one. He's in my arena shard, so we'll see how good he is on defense.
Yeah, and of course, the thing is that currently I can beat everything in my arena. There isn't an unbeatable team. There isn't a team I don't have the tools for right now. And so if we're adding Apocalypse to the thing, I don't think it really changes the arena. Maybe we'll see some different and interesting, fun challenges to overcome it first, but it'll probably get pretty stale. A lot of people start realizing that maybe Apocalypse on defense in arena isn't worth it. Using him on offense would make things easier or something, but I don't know. So that's another question. Here's probably the big question. And this is probably the most important question. Not a lot of people are going to focus on this, but I think this is the most important question. Are we going to have fun playing with Apocalypse in a roster? Is it going to be fun? Are we going to simply enjoy having this character on a roster? And if the answer is yes, then I think it was probably worth it. But if it turns into a boring tool where you kind of do the same thing over and over, then I'm not sure we're going to have that much fun.
I'm gonna have fun because he's gonna open up some more doors for me in Crucible, where I've been struggling a lot lately.
Okay, Pathfinder, you think he's gonna be fun for you?
Oh yeah, I'm going to have fun using him. I 100% will. I have fun using pretty much every new character that comes out in some way.
Yeah, Hartgrave, you looking forward to adding him to your roster?
I can't say that I am. I don't know. I mean, for my level of content, for what's going on right now, I think his best. I think Dorky really, kind of came out with it there with this video yesterday. As far as him and Deathseed seems to be a really nice pairing, replacing Psylocke. But you're not going to do that in raids, so you're missing a lot of playability there. I think it's going to determine what they end up doing with the year-long, if they do another year-long release, if you can use Apocalypse in some kind of, a new set of Scourges, then I think I would have a lot of fun with it. Otherwise, I don't know. I think Baby Apocalypse is going to definitely be underwhelming, and that's what we're going to be stuck with for a very long time. So I think it's going to be a challenge. Whereas with Doom and Dormammu, it seemed like it was like instant. There was a lot of stuff you could do with them. I don't know if we're going to feel that with Apocalypse.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the thing, is bringing him up in power a little bit. Pathfinder, I know you have to get going here pretty soon. So before you leave, I did want to just switch and talk about one other thing. We can go back to Apocalypse if you want, but I want to be sure to get Pathfinder's take on some of this. There is a lot of heated discussion in places about the different events that are going on right now. And the 5th anniversary of events specifically. Dorky Dad, why don't you start? What are you seeing from your community? Not your specific, but what are you seeing from your community as a response to this 5th anniversary of events?
Okay, kind of underwhelming, just like the perceived Apocalypse. Basically, it's like making us do these old events. We've had these characters maxed out forever in order to compete in the meta events feels horrible. Making us core for it feels atrocious. And the rewards that are actually in them are very, they don't impact your roster in any good way. So for the most part, I'm hearing like, this is the 5th anniversary. They should maybe be trying to rain down a little bit more Gear Tier 17 on us, a little bit more ISO 5, ISO 4, so maybe we'll get Apocalypse to make it feel really special, as opposed to this first week, at least. I guess we'll see in the blog today if the next events are going to get any better. This first week was like Archangel leaderboard, cold storage leaderboard. The cold storage leaderboard didn't even have anything interesting. It was another auction for ISO 5, and so was Archangel, gold spending event. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much like it feels to me, people are just kind of like nothing's happening. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
in the community.
I'm getting a lot of people saying, great time to not play this game or take some time off. Pathfinder has a bit more positive perspective on the situation. Pathfinder, how do you feel about the 5th? And what are you hearing from your people, like in your Discord and stuff? Because you have a big following in your Discord.
A lot of people are looking at the month-long, March monthly event as just like a way to get some stuff. Maybe they don't get all of it, maybe they do. They're looking at it as a kind of way to take time off into the game, I guess. In doing the events, right? Like nobody's actually taking the month off from playing. But in terms of doing the event, it's kind of been, hey, I don't need to care as much about this event. But I'm also finding a lot of people are completing everything as well without necessarily pushing super hard in a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, so, I noticed I was I was getting things completed faster than I thought. Of course, when I say completed, I'm talking about the item in the list of events. No one completes these things free to play anymore. That's never going to happen. Those days are long gone, it looks like, which is very unfortunate. Yeah. And so my frustration with any event that has been coming about, I'm okay with the way things are. I wish they would have marketed the 5th anniversary as less of a celebration and more of a break time, and maybe mention some stuff or pass along to the envoys to mention some stuff, back channel information that says we're going to be working on like bug fixes or foundational work and ground. We're taking this opportunity to fix the things you guys want. That would have been great. Hey, our gift to you is we're going to make this game less crappy, give you guys a break. There you go. That would have been a better marketing strategy, but instead they kind of approached it like, hey, let's celebrate, thanks for playing our game. Look at what we're giving you, this, crappy pin and the costume. And so that was kind of frustrating. But my frustrations with all of the events that have been happening recently is that they are spending events. You are competing against how much currency you spend or collect. And I don't want any more of that. I want where you win a battle, or at least compete in a battle, or go for a high score on something like a Scourge run or a pocket dimension or a tower climb or something. Give me something where I'm actually trying to strategize and compete, not just resource management. That feels bad. It contributes to hoarding. It creates vast differences in who can compete where, regardless of spending levels, just on who hoarded the most stuff. And so I don't think these style of events are fun at all. I'm sick and tired of these spending, saving, collecting crap. I want to get back to playing the game. So
it makes it kind of feel like an idle game, right? Instead of a strategy game.
Exactly. Yeah. Mr. Hartgrave, what is your thoughts, and what are the people who come to your Discord server and who come to your stream and stuff? What are they saying about the 5th anniversary of events?
Yeah, I'm looking at a comment right now that kind of speaks towards what we were just talking about. Our gift from Scopely for the 5th anniversary is monthly events so difficult for casual players that you can take the month off without losing anything. Yay! This is a bad attitude for our players to have for the growth of the game. No one should be happy to have the month off. The game shouldn't be that bad that we are like, yay, I don't have to play this month. And that's been kind of the vibe that's been running through Marvel Strike Force now for, I don't know, maybe a couple years, which really sucks. And it's something that I've talked to whoever I can talk to about, where I'm like, I think you guys have a real problem where your most hardcore players don't want to play your game. And it's not going to make for a very healthy game. It's going to lead to the decline of your game because nobody wants to interact with it anymore. So, and like you're saying, you'd rather have gameplay. You might be in the minority. I think a lot of people just do want to easily complete their milestones or get the monthly item. We've resigned to not even completing milestones now. Apathy is probably at an all-time high. Views are down across the board on YouTube channels, and there's a reason for that. It's not looking good. And when they start clearing out their back rooms and trying to give you art books and pins and shit, that's not a good sign either. I don't think there's a lot of positive on the horizon here for Marvel Strike Force. Maybe I'm wrong, but I wouldn't get too hopeful about it.
Yeah, I think one issue with some of these rewards that Scopely appears to be so proud of is that if you need the rewards, the rewards you need, you can't get to. And if you can get to them, you don't need them.
Yeah, that's biggest problem.
That's the layout of it. Like, put the stuff that I don't need but can easily get to, put them at the beginning of the milestones. Yeah. More progression for newer players and smaller rosters is what we need to grow the community faster. And instead, they're kind of missing the point. Now, whether they don't understand their own game or whether they just miscalculated on how far and where people can get in these milestones and these events.
Let me interject there because they understand what they're doing. They make a lot of money, and I assume that whatever they're doing is successful. So that's the problem. What they're doing is working. They're not making mistakes. They're fine.
Well, I think it's working until it isn't, right? Because eventually, on a long enough timeline, your player base gets so small that it never works if you're not bringing in people. And look at all the negative publicity they're getting from all of their content creators across the board.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore. It's the 500 guys at the top spending the most money. They're actually getting rewarded. Look at those rewards. They're actually really good. New costume for Dr. Octopus that everybody was really excited about. 7 red stars on Dormammu, 7 red stars on Ultron, 7 red stars on Archangel. You know, you go down the list, look at the leaderboards and the top of those. They're taking care of those people just fine. Those people are having a great 5th anniversary. Am I right?
Well, I'll tell you that I know 8 of those people who've been doing that since the beginning of the event, and they're fucking pissed now. They're tired. They're burnt out. They're Archangel. Good. They're like, why did I just buy 4 dark promotion credit offers, and you're now gating Archangel behind a leaderboard instead of doing what all the other horsemen were? So
that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good if they're even making those people mad. That's really bad.
Yeah, Casey Awesome brings up another point, is the hoarding that has gotten absolutely out of control in this game. Yeah. I have that clip of Mobile Gamer just trying to describe what you're supposed to save for and then hoard for, and then you can spend it, but you need to wait a little bit longer, and he finally just says, fuck off, because it's just so frustrating, and I have felt that exact thing so many times playing this game. Or when I'm sitting there doing a blitz rotation, for the love of God, the most mind-numbing, stupid thing you can possibly do, no talent whatsoever. You can literally have a script run this for you. You could have a monkey push these buttons for you, and I have to do it every 2 hours so I can get this stupid character Kang, who's probably going to make previous investments eliminated. And it's very frustrating. I find myself screaming, why am I doing this? This isn't a game anymore. The only game that's being played is that I am a mouse in this trap that Scopely has made, and I'm running through this course over and over and over, never getting out of it. And
you know what's great, Ron, is you're making me feel good because I don't feel so lonely anymore. I've been playing like this since day one. So welcome everyone to the experience that I've been enjoying.
You know, before I just walleted through some of that stuff and didn't really care so much. Like, I didn't push to be the best. I just pushed to unlock things quickly and easily because I wanted access to everything. And that's all I really wanted, was just access. You know, but after I saw the way things were going and after my own personal situation changed, I stopped spending altogether. And now it's very frustrating because I have to work at it as a free-to-play player. And that's fine. Free-to-play players are foregoing the ease of the access to work hard and struggle through it. But at the same time, I'm watching other players leave the game because their investment is being ruined. These leaderboards that dangle certain things that mid-level or upper mid-level players really want, but they're getting gobbled up by Krakens who don't even need them anymore because they already have everything purchased out.
Well, you want to talk about something upsetting, right? We got this upcoming leaderboard. I forget what the event's called, but we got an upcoming leaderboard with Agatha shards on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was 30 Agatha shards in the blog, and now in game it's 15, right?
Right. And isn't there a bunch of stuff that kind of got drawn back?
Nerfed. It all got nerfed. We're working to get it put back. I don't know if we're going to be successful, but oh my God.
No shot.
And Agatha herself is so upsetting because I think that's the one character that keeps getting brought up is Agatha, right?
Right.
I would love to go get Apocalypse, but I don't even have Agatha unlocked. That's great advice, Mr. Hartgrave, but I don't even have Agatha unlocked.
Right. I don't even want to start building Rebirth until they're farmable. So that way I could probably just skip the team entirely because by the time they become farmable, they'll probably be replaced by something else.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. So why aren't we giving people access to Agatha so they can waste their gear on her and go chase Apocalypse like we want them to, right? That's what we want people to do, is to go buy Isotope level 4 and 5 and chase Apocalypse.
Right.
But if you don't have the character unlocked, they're not going to do that, right, guys? I don't know. I don't make hundreds of $millions a year. I assume what they're doing is very smart. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I would love to see the metrics on that. So a new question. Dorky Dad, you came back to the Envoys because you are a glutton for punishment. Is that the case?
Yeah, I was offered to do a couple meetings with the people that are in control of the things that I was super mad about that pushed me out the first time. And a lot of people are saying like they're just honey dicking you, and maybe so. But when we have these meetings, if I don't like what I hear, I'm just going to leave again.
Yeah.
So kind of it's getting me punched in the mouth by some of the people that I actually really respect in my community, because they feel like the Envoy program is just a trap. Which, I mean, did anybody watch Mobile Gamers stream last night? Anybody? There's a moment there. It got a little spicy in his stream. I don't know why, but
it was fun. It was a good night.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to the meetings. The things that they told me made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So hopefully after those conversations, and not a long time after that, everybody will feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that, Dorky. I don't even have that part left in my body, I don't think. It's been 5 years of Marvel Strike Force. It's all dead and gone, man.
I'll say this. Immediately upon entering the Envoy program and being privy to those discussions and stuff, which I'm not going to talk about, I immediately understood your guys' frustrations. I immediately fell into the trap of bug hunting, reporting, doing their job for them, gathering information, trying to fix the game. Oh my God. I immediately fell into that. And you guys are telling me that recent topics have been pretty heated in there, unusually so. So maybe it's different, but I do see your guys' frustrations. I definitely understand now the frustrations of working with this company, trying to get them to take you seriously and trying to get them to understand that we're out here trying to make a better game for players, people to enjoy this game, and they seem to not care one bit about it.
Well, they seem to think we hate them. Like, they seem to think we hate the game. It's like, no, dude.
Right.
I'm not bringing you this information, bringing this feedback because I hate the game. I'm not making a negative video on your events because I hate the game and I don't want it to succeed. Otherwise, I would never have played it.
Mm-hmm.
And when we give you this feedback beforehand and nothing changes, then you might get a negative video or two from it.
Scope. I think one of the things I'm most upset about when it comes to these 5th year, anniversary events or whatever is how there was no involvement with the community. You look at other games, and when they hit a milestone, they'll be like, it's community poll time. Let's find out what people want. Let's try to do something that the community wants. They didn't ask a shit. We had no input whatsoever. All of our input is coming on the back end after decisions have already been made behind closed doors. And
then we're told it's too late to change anything. Yeah. It's like, okay, it's too late, guys. What the hell are we doing here then?
And then I'm trying to get ahead of it. I'm like, well, I don't know anything about Strike Celebration. I'm not privy to any information on it. But I'm like, can I be? Can we all have a look at that and kind of just weigh in and be like, hey, those Agatha shards that are out of reach, can you put those in reach? Mm-hmm. Can we do something? And this isn't for me. I don't give a shit. I don't need anything. I'm at the top of my Marvel Strike Force game. I'm fine. I'm trying to do it for the goddamn community. And it's ridiculous that they'll act like I'm trying to do it for me. They'll be like, well, that's what you want. I'm like, I don't want anything. I don't care about any of this. I beat these milestones. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I don't want your game to die. I don't want the public perception to be that this is a, dumpster fire of a game, which is what the public, you look at other mobile games, they don't have the kind of YouTube covers that Marvel Strike Force has. Everything about Marvel Strike Force, if I was looking from the outside in, would say this game's a nightmare. I shouldn't play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Langen raises the point as well. Other mobile games are pretty terrible. And there are some good things about Marvel Strike Force. We used to complain about pop-ups. I don't complain about pop-ups in Marvel Strike Force anymore because I played other mobile games now and I realize our pop-ups are really not that bad at all. There is lots of good stuff about Marvel Strike Force. However, the gameplay itself, which is not being capitalized. Again, we're going on spending instead of gameplay. We could utilize those. Hopefully we get some new game modes that take advantage of actual gameplay and they start building milestones around gameplay instead of just spending your currency.
Now, Run, you got to be careful what you ask for because that's a monkey paw, man. If you ask for gameplay, man, you're going to get like 7 days of nonstop blitz is what you're going to get.
Well, I don't want blitz. If they made the blitz where it was 2 or 3 times a day that you could do it, and then they went for high score in blitz and broke it into brackets. for
What
new,
I'm
middle, and
hearing is
late play game.
another-
Then I'm
you want me to
playing
release, like,
Blitz
ranked
manually. I am
game?
actually playing through it and trying to compete and trying to get a high score because I'm in a bracket where I'm not going to get destroyed by somebody else's wallet and I can have some fun. I don't see these as being insurmountable goals to implement in the game. And you would get people who would want to spend money to build their roster in order to be more competitive, which is the type of player I was. I was a player who, when I wanted to do better, I would break out my wallet and buy that new character to help overcome my lack of talent in the game. Yeah. And that's where it would come from. I don't know. I think I understand that Scopely needs to make money. Nobody denies that. They've got to make money, but I believe that there is room in the middle for fun.
Well, understand also the dynamic. When you say Scopely needs to make money, Boundless needs to make Scopely money. I think the people that work at Boundless do want to make a good video game, but at the end of the day, they have an amount of money that they have to send up to Papa Scopely.
I'm not sure they understand what a good video game is, though. Did you guys watch the Strike Time video? They were so excited about the 5th events, and I'm like, do you not understand that we are all yawning? Like,
yeah, I was super taken aback. And I'm like, wow, did you watch the Strike Time video? Like, it's like all this cool stuff is coming. I'm like, what are you talking about? I watched that video with 400 people and 400 opinions were that, what the fuck is this?
That's pretty much what I was receiving as well.
Yeah. Shield Medic. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you know what? The Shield Medic thing is kind of nostalgic. It's kind of hilarious that it screws up the audio because they switch it from a female to a male.
That can't be the thing you hang the anniversary on.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's not your showpiece.
Change. Woo!
The 3-4-year-old art book that no one really cares. I couldn't give those away on stream if I tried, man. No one would care.
Run. I have auctioned off one of those books signed by me for $400.
Yeah, somebody bought your $400 signature, Hartgrave. They ain't giving shit for me.
Can I say something quick?
Yeah, Pathfinder. Let's hear some positivity.
Yeah.
If you had something like that, you could actually auction those. You can actually raise a lot of money for charity with those art books, but that's not what they're doing.
If you had to, let's just say they only have the capacity to do one of two things. Would you rather have them give us an exciting, shockingly good anniversary event, or work on new game modes that should be coming at some point in the next year?
I would go for new game modes. New game modes working on the next year rather than some really good, well put together event. I would rather go for the long term, cool gameplay that I'm going to be enjoying. However, they need to market it that way. They need to let us know, hey, there's stuff in the works, so we're taking it slow. We're going to rehash some easy to recycle junk. And
Jesus Christ, guys, have some self respect. You can do both. You can put those roads lower on the damn milestones.
That's true. I'm tired of hearing them say they can't do it.
One of a good event in an afternoon, I can make a good event for people to do.
Man, no, you can have these same events. Just move the rewards a little lower on the milestones. You don't have to retool them or have any creativity or even know what the fuck you're doing. That's fine. And yes, they should be working on actually making Marvel Strike Force a good game. I agree. I don't need another. I don't need them to do anything creative or actually fun for the 5th anniversary. Just not be horrible dicks.
Yeah. Honestly, they could have put in a simple calendar with a few million gold in it. Sure. That probably would have been, hey, here, thanks for being a player. Here's a month-long calendar to keep you interested, because when you unlock Apocalypse, you're going to find out he's slightly underwhelming on defense. I don't know. I don't know what
they give you 5s of everything. 5 character, 5 Agatha, 5 of each team, 5 million gold. Just 5 of everything. That's what they like to do, right?
How come they're not giving away free Weaver shards to new players? Everybody else has a 7-star Weaver. Why not give a 30-day calendar to new players that gets you to 5 stars on Weaver?
5.
Hell, 7-star, I don't care. And I know there's going to be people in chat that are saying, oh, you want them to give you everything. No, I don't want them to give me anything. I want new players to be given a lot of stuff as a catch-up mechanic to come to this game.
Well, here's my thing. Why not give them that calendar for Weaver, for Kestrel, and for Deathpool. These are their strike characters. We have them all maxed out. Isn't Kestrel in the freaking milestone orb by now? I've had her maxed out since like 3 weeks after. So you're not messing with the spenders. I don't care if people get a big Kestrel. Everybody has a big Weaver. I don't care if new players. And then you're bringing more players in. This is our 5th year anniversary. We're going to celebrate it by growing the community. And that's not going to be the only thing we do. That's to entice new players. Now we're going to have these cool events. What are these events? I don't know. Throw Tower in there. Take away the leaderboard. Just make it so that if you clear all the way up to floor 80 or whatever that and the regular end game targets you get like ISO 5 and you get some gear tier 17 instead of the trash awards that were there. That took me fucking 30 minutes to make that an event.
Yeah.
You just got to change the rewards in the things that the majority of end game players can do that will make your mid game players be like, oh, this is a cool anniversary event that I could really, really try for. We need to, like, the game needs to be able to do more than one thing at a time. I know people that are spending thousands of dollars on this game a week, and the production value that goes into these ideas is the same thing my wife sees in her kindergarten room. Like, it's unbearably incompetent the way things are going. But the gameplay's fun and the community's solid. So,
yeah, communities,
help the end-game players.
Communities.
Oh my god.
Yeah, General, that we don't. The end game players aren't really crying about needing help. They have everything. They want fun things to do. They want fun things to do. And they want other people to get up there and join them so that they have more than 3.5 alliances at the top of war, you know?
Yeah.
I literally just said start by giving them all the strike characters.
Yes.
That was how I started this.
Yeah.
So,
let
okay.
people unlock the horseman teams, for God's sake. They're never going to get the isotope 4 and 5 they need, so let them unlock the teams. Let them at least, experience some of this.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining me. I do have to record a quick defense up video, so I'm going to try and knock that out real quick, and then I'm going to shut down stream a little early today. But this has been a good talk. I think we generated some good ideas. I doubt anybody from Scopely was here watching. They probably don't listen to me, but I think this was some good ideas, and thank you, chat, for communicating. I was reading along as chat went. I'm sorry I couldn't raise many of those ideas, but I appreciate you guys talking and communicating your thoughts and ideas as well, because we do want to make a better game, but I'm not going to try and push it too hard because I don't want to get burnt out.
That's super healthy. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate
Reasonable
it.
expectations. Yeah, absolutely. We can probably make the game like 1% better at most.
Yeah, hopefully.
Event campaign energy is at 120 now. I just pat myself on the back about that every day. That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. That was something.
I did, guys. I came, I saw, I bitched, I cursed a lot, and I got event campaign energy raised from 100 to 120. I did that. I'm good.
And then you know what they did to balance it up? They made you get 1 energy every 10 minutes instead. Get fucked, Hartgrave.
That's like before, my man. I don't think they actually changed them. That's fake news.
All right. Have a good video run.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to jump out of here. I got to go record a video.
All right. I'm going to go harass Hartgrave. Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay. I am now in the stream channel. For those usual people, the CAC members and stuff, Juicy, if you're available, I'd love to hear from you real quick. I'm going to jump in to... Oh, man, I removed those, didn't I? I'm going to jump into this recording of Defense Up. Let's get some music playing and try and get a little more excited. Whoops, that's not the song I want either. Hey, Pathfinder's back. Look at that.
Yes, I am back.
Did you have your actual real world meeting? Did you have that already?
It got pushed back. I just left the call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was hoping to try and stay a little bit more positive, but
that's not possible.
That's not possible. It's we connected too many envoys together, so it didn't happen. But I think everybody was speaking the truth and their passion, so that's how it goes. All right, let me bring... Where the heck is this stuff? Oh, thank you so much, by the way. Hell Devil gifting out subs. We had Zoboy, Shoeless, Josie, Norm, Jay Lee, Foghead, Rackney 1991, Dacier, Celius, Shamus, all with a follow. Thank you for that. And Dark Defender, resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, guys. Let's go to this test account, and we're going to start bringing up these pictures, and I'll get defense up going as fast as I can so we can record this video. Hell Devil. Hey, YouTube, we're back, and I'm going to ask TacoShooter the question, do you think that the year-long grind for Apocalypse was worth it now that you've seen some of this gameplay footage of him on offense and defense? So, Taco, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. I think I think we see an immediate benefit to him offensively based on the test gameplay that we've had, and while we don't currently see a benefit defensively, all right, first let's back up. So Dr. Doom comes out, everybody gets a baby Doom. Everybody on the planet says this is the worst thing that's ever happened, that he's a trash character, that he's no good, yada, yada, yada. And I mean everybody. Like, all the streamers were bashing Dr. Doom. All the players were bashing Dr. Doom. Here we are almost 3 years later, and what's going on with Dr. Doom? He's still meta. Skip forward a little bit. Dormammu comes out. Everybody's got a baby Dormammu. All the streamers are bashing Dormammu. Wasn't worth it, wasn't worth it, wasn't worth it. All the players are bashing Dormammu. Wasn't worth it, wasn't worth it, wasn't worth it. Fast forward a year and a half later, he's still meta. Mm-hmm. There's no difference here. Apocalypse is still going to be meta in 2 to 3 years. He's coming out. We already see positive things about him. The only negative thing is we can't figure out how to make him hold on defense. We're in an offensive meta, and people want to play with their toys. More people are going to be happy about this than sad. And the people that are sad are the same people that are always sad when a character comes out. And people just want to rage. People just want to be upset about something. Because as humans, that's what we apparently like to do. Don't believe me, look at Reddit. Worst place on earth.
Yeah.
So I see immediate benefit from a character that I've been building up for over a year, and that's as good as it's going to get from immediate, without actually being able to touch and play with the character. And at some point, somebody's going to find a way to make him super OP on defense, because that's what this community does. We find a way to make our toys work the way that we want them to.
Yeah, I think there's like 150 people who spend a lot of their time just trying to devise a frustrating defense to piss off Dorky Dad. so I think
isn't that part of the fun? Like, right. Instead of being told this is what you need to do with this character, like, we as a community find our own way to play with them. Mm-hmm. And we get excited about that. Like, I find that fun. I think it's fun to play with toys, not as they're, promoted to play with, if that makes sense. That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I won't know until I get to play with him. My big thing is, because he does appear to be out of the gate offensively minded, and that's a good thing in my opinion, because I don't like defensive characters where I put them on and I have to play against somebody else's, I want to play with him. I want to see, is he going to give me tools that I can, when I'm playing a match, have to sit and think, should I use the special here or the ultimate? Should I try a basic? Like, is it going to be fun? Am I going to have different things that I can do with him? And if I get to use him in a variety of ways and I enjoy playing with him, then it's going to be great. And I think you are right. I think he is going to hold up pretty well. I like that his big enhanced ability, whatever that is, not awakened ability, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. It's a percentage health, so that will scale as other characters scale. So I think that's going to do well to keep him going. What's up, Big Salty and the salty people coming in? Appreciate that.
Hey, Salty. Hey, and one last thing about Apocalypse in particular. When teams that come out that are defensive juggernaut metas, when Heroes for Hire came out, when Black Order initially was fully out, what was the community response when we couldn't get through a defense?
Well, they hated it.
What was this? Everybody
hated it.
So this is not happening, at least immediately known. And yet everybody hates it. So what does everybody like? That's my question. What does everybody like? What are the content creators like? What is the community like? Because clearly they don't like defense and they don't like offense.
And they want gameplay, but they also want a break.
Yeah, and I need some ground rules. I need a checklist. What to do, what not to do.
I can tell you what I like. I prefer offense. I do. I don't mind a tricky defense to overcome and strategize. I just don't want it to be something where we have to actually wait around for Scopely to sell us a solution. Like H for H did feel pretty bad. Like that was a really rough team to get through until finally they kind of reworked the Dark Hunters. And then, of course, they had the Weapon X team, which helped, although I built my Weapon X too big, and then I had to play it all funky to get through it. So I didn't like that one instance, but otherwise, I don't mind a tricky defense that I have to think my way through. I just prefer offense. And I prefer events that I get to actually compete in, not spend in. And when I mean spend, not my wallet, and I don't want to do that either, but spend my in-game resources in to compete. I think that's lame. I want to actually compete at something like how many war victories you get or just how many attacks you do or something. That would be better for me. So, and I think there are a lot of opportunities to have a lot of fun in this game. Just wanted Scopely to remember that we want to have fun playing this game. And I think there are a lot of people giving up positive advice on what is fun. Dorky Dad is excited about using Apocalypse on offense. He's excited about the cascade of changes that'll create in War and in Crucible because you can move your different teams around to attack in different places. So Pathfinder thinks that the character is going to be a lot of fun to play with as well. And so I'm looking forward to this. I didn't get any test server time, but we'll see how it goes.
Someone said something in chat about kind of us going after the community, and I just want to state it's not that we're going after the community. It's just the community is diverse. Everyone's going to have an opinion and what they want out of the game, and I just feel like sometimes people, they get upset and they start looking for the problems to be upset about more, if that makes sense. And sometimes, like I said, some people want more content. Some people are like, hey, we just did blitzing for weeks straight and I'm out. I need a break. And sometimes it's just having gratitude and looking at it differently and changing your perspective. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. I didn't get exactly what I want and I'm going to be mad about that. And yeah, CC's, that's where they get clicks from. And it does make it worse sometimes, in my opinion. Yeah. I like to enjoy the game. I was happy to have a break this month. I had finals. Like I have this thing called real life too, and it's okay in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not saying your complaints aren't valid. They are. I'm just saying.
I was pretty happy to have events that I didn't have to get too excited about, that I could just kind of chill and take this time. That was nice. Again, they could have messaged a little bit better about it. They just seemed really like we should have been happier about the rehash of events. And I think that they just had a marketing problem there, a PR approach that they could have benefited from. And that's the advice I tried to give the CMs. But we got to go, everybody. We got to go. It's go time. I have no one to raid. Is there anybody else streaming? Cat in the hat. Cat in the hat. All right, here we go, everybody. Hey, Taco, thank you for joining me along with Way Too Raw and Zero Cool Gamer, just hanging out. You having lunch now, buddy?
No, but, I'm not. My views on the whole anniversary event are different than everybody's.
Well, let's hear it.
I mean, I'm having fun in the game. I do dumb shit already. Come on. Taco's making every 15 minutes. Taco wants me to build up Karnak and shit.
Amen.
So I see it as, hey, let's just have fun with what we got. Mm-hmm. That's it. People are going to complain either way. I'm perfectly happy with Apocalypse coming out. I built up for them. I'm going to get them. Great. However, they didn't let us even get an inkling of what's coming next. They could have did that, and it would have been like, okay, cool. Now that I'm getting him, now I get to think about what's coming next. What can I drive for it? But we didn't get that. Yeah. As for gameplay, I don't want no more simming. Just get rid of it. I'd rather play and try to beat it. That's why I like the skill nodes in 3.5. You actually have to play it to beat it.
Yes.
And they didn't give us a solution. They just said, here you go. Figure it out. Don't give me a team. I don't want no cookie cutter. I don't want the solution. I want to make it up.
I'm actually having a better time in Bio because I didn't build Rebirth, and I'm having to really struggle through it with my Web Warriors and with Gamma. And so I'm kind of enjoying because I'm playing it. I'm not just simming through like I do on the other 2 and 3 sections. So that's good gameplay. But anyway, guys, I got to go. So I'll talk to you all later. I appreciate everybody jumping in on voice and helping me out today. Chat, you were amazing. Big Salty, thank you for the raid. Last Avenger for the follow. Pirate D King, appreciate that. Land J gifting 1 month tier subscription. I appreciate that. And Dark Defender, of course, resubscribing with Prime. I think I touched on that one as well. You guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. Go to Happy Hour tonight. TacoShooter will be there so you can get more of his beautiful voice. He'll serenade you there as well. And I'm out. Bye, everybody. Oh, I forgot to initiate the raid, so I'm not quite out yet. It takes a few seconds for it to load up. So there we go. Everybody be positive for crying out loud and enjoy your apocalypse.
Yes. Love.
Yes.
There we go. All right, guys. I got to go to a Zoom meeting. I'll catch you later.
Good luck. Bye.